So, yes, Pillars of Eternity. I've wanted to play this for a little while, and when we were deciding on things that we were going to stream, it was going to... We basically couldn't settle on a few things. Biggie was going to do Dark Souls, and I figured, why not play a game that I've wanted to play for a long time? I am currently just trying to arrange my windows in such a way that gives me the maximum screen size. Come on. How do you hide the taskbar? See, the thing is, my computer is single monitor. I use a ultra-wide display, which is great for work. Right, a Tamriel for you. Alright, well, see you later, Joe. I'm glad you enjoyed. Yeah, I use a single monitor. Actually, there, that's what I wanted to do. So I've got the chat kind of hanging out one side, the game in a windowed mode. And I'm trying to work out a way that I can have the event, so if someone does do something, I can see it. Right. But yes, my prattling on aside. We're going to play this on normal mode. Normal difficulty requires strategy and efficiency, but forgives you mistakes. It's not recommended for newcomers to real-time party-based RPGs. So yes, this is a party-based RPG. It's like playing Dungeons and Dragons, quite frankly. And I've wanted to play it for a while, so I hope you enjoy coming this. It's going to be kind of a week-on series. I will be doing some stuff off-stream as well. Like, it's not... Because this is a big game. So there will be stuff like where I have to get a bit grindy, where I have to kind of come off-stream. We're also going to do an introduction. We'll play about an hour or so of this, and kind of just get into it, get through the character creation, get through the tutorial. It's very text-heavy, so I think I'm going to have to read a lot out to you, so be prepared for some of my weirder voices. But it has come up saying it's not responding. That isn't good. My computer is well powerful enough to run this. No, there we go. He's just loading.
5 wagons grope blindly for the path on a starless night, their master glancing ever upward to the skies for assurance that he is on the right course. A dim lantern his only protection against the encroaching darkness. But the skies bring no comfort, shining no light, betraying no hint of what they know. The caravan carries travelers bound for the frontier hamlet of Gilded Vale, you among them,
Biggie.
where a local lord has offered land and wealth to settlers from abroad looking for a fresh start. You have taken suddenly ill, sweating and shivering, and one of the other travelers signals for the caravan master to stop on your behalf. He pulls up just in time to avoid plowing into the trunk of a fallen tree that bars the way ahead. You will go no further tonight.
Okay, so I'm not well, and the caravan has stopped. Okay, so this is me. Place of men in society varies from culture to culture. Cultures like the Aedir and the Direward place them in the forefront of the military, politics, and heavy labour. Among the tribes of the Nasitak, men perform many of the homesteading and organisational duties. In oh, this is going to be a hell of a thing to read out for you people. Men and women have more fluid social roles. In all societies, there are exceptions to the rule. So, why don't I let chat help me? Should help me create a character. Shall I play male or female? Give me your preferences. Kilchester. I really hope you're making a critical role gag there. Or is that a class that I can play as? I don't know very much about Pillars of Eternity, other than it's basically like playing D&D. So at the minute it looks like I'm going to be a level 1. The class uses stick. Ugh. You guys are not helpful, right? You know, I'll just pick a bloke, right? I'll be a bloke. Human, commonly called folk. The most common race in the Daeward and the Ader Empire, Old Valia, and the Valian Republics. Although not as large as the towering Aumaua, humans are known for their strength and willpower. +1 resolve, +1 might. I'm about to be raided, am I? That'd be nice. Amur, there might be Amur. Yes, I think we allow raiding. 2 seconds. Settings. Hey, TCGS are raiding with a party of 88. Hello, everybody. Raid! I should have had a raid response, shouldn't I? Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm Gadget, part of Modern Escapism. We're another podcast. I know Dave likes to think that they're the only podcast in the world, but we're a different one. Hi guys, what did you all think of the PS5 reveal? James Farley sent you here. Marvellous. Welcome. Brett Jordan, thank you for the follow. St. Hubbins, thank you for the follow. Kablam. Shawnee16. You're all wonderful, beautiful, gorgeous people. Hello, welcome. Oh my god. Catalonia, 16-bit buddy. Hey, you're twice me, because I'm Gadget 8-bit. Chris Little, 1983 has followed. Oh, it's everybody. It's everybody. It's like everybody who's ever written into TCGS. Joselio, JNLE, 211. Gareth Oldman, welcome. Decent is shame about nothing, but prices were mega. The prices were a nice surprise. I was kind of expecting it to be more expensive than the X. With Nail and Pine, nice price, but still getting that Series X. Link to podcast. Jeebus Oodles, whoever's from the podcast in here, please do stick in a link to the podcast into the chat. It should allow you. Bit Buddies, PS5 look good. News is coming out that Demon's Souls apparently out at launch. If so, sign me up. Demon's Souls and Final Fantasy were the ones that piqued my interest, but I think I'm still going for that Xbox first. Oh, I mean, God of War 2, obviously. What is a Pillar of Eternity? Well, it's a pillar, and it's been there for a while. We're just trying to work out what the pillars of eternity are, but at the minute I'm kind of creating a character class, which is going to be a human. Nimrod Hicks has followed, Fletcher Armour has followed, Darth Elf has followed, Alex79UK has followed. How long will he be there for? I think quite a while, Colin Ross Wilson. I think quite a while. Burkett99, good podcast, started listening this past week. Thank you so much. Tomorrow's episode is going to be a blinder. I'm on it for a start, and I edited it the other day, and I giggled my arse off. Like I really enjoyed listening back to the podcast I was on the night before. ATC 1981's followed. Carlos Hickers followed. Thank you all. This is wonderful, and thank you TCGS guys for the raid. Honestly, it really means a lot that, especially you give us a bit of a push when we first started. Obviously, we met in your community. It's really, really good. Really wonderful that you are doing this. And this is the second time TCGS have raided me personally. Can confirm, certified banger. Yes, absolutely, Stiggy. Absolutely. With a needle felting. What folk am I? Am I meadow folk or ocean folk? Fighting spirit once per counter, 5 seconds after being reduced. Fighting spirit. We'll go Meadowfolk. Oh god, this is going wonderfully. JRF89, Tenebruist, Daytona, USA, 2001. I mean, Daytona, I'm going to call you Jackie, because Jackie Daytona. Hazello highly recommends the pod, because Hazello knows his shit. What's the pod about, dudes? Modern Escapism. It is a place where we can talk about all the wonderful things that we enjoy for procrastination. all the things that distract us. We have an episode on football. This week's episode is nostalgia, where we think back to the late 80s and early 90s. What gives us the warm fuzzies? It's just all about the things that we do to get away from this wretched world at times. You know, just those moments where you just think, I want to do something. So there's gaming, there's films, there's telly, that kind of thing. Chris Little will give the pod listener more. Take it easy, everyone. You take it easy too, Chris Little. Pod sounds awesome. Love the concept. Well, the link is there. It's in the chat. Get in there, 16-bit buddy. Get following it. We're on all the pod services. And we do ask, if you enjoy it, please do leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. If you think we're a 4-star, leave us a 5-star anyway and shout at us on Twitter. Right? If we're a 1-star, send a really, really strongly worded email, but still rate us 5 stars. 5 stars or no stars. That's the rule. Oh my god. My actual app is like broken here. My events app. There's so many people following it. God, it stopped refreshing. I have no idea who's following at this point. Captain Toss has followed. Sean, Mr. Bell himself has followed. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. This is insane. 106 viewers. I have never done a stream with 106 viewers. I should actually maybe get to some gameplay. So I'll tell you what, we are just going to kind of run through the default here. We will take a fighter. Fighter abilities are knockdown, discipline, barrage. I can take one of them. Knockdown shows an enemy with enormous force, knocking them prone. JCA Farley. Oh, the Farl man himself. Dr. Boomstick is following us. That's how we know we've made it. The fighter intensity focuses training, significant raise in accuracy. We'll take knockdown. Oodles are doing this, all going in my back pocket. Thanks, everyone. Imagine if you had to do 5 push-ups per follow. I would be dead. Like, I am a fat bastard. I would be dead. Hey, Mr. Spaceman has followed. Hey, Mr. Spaceman. I'm Mike. The music on this mini screen, it is lovely, isn't it? I've got my headphones turned right down, actually, but yeah, it is lovely. I have 15 points left, so Mike, Constitution and Resolve. Constitution, characters overall health, so we'll stick a couple of points into there. Put a point in Perception. I like a bit of points into there. Resolve, like internal drive, determination, fearlessness. Put one into there. Put one into Intellect. A couple into Dex. And, you know, put the rest into Constitution. Dave Hodgkins has followed. 8-Bits has followed. I'm Gadget 8-Bit. Culture, Adia, Deadfire Archipelago. We'll stick with Adia. Oh my god, this is crackers. If you're in Dark Souls, one of our pod members, Big Cutman, has just started his first ever playthrough. Yes, come join us Saturday for part 2. The first part is on our YouTube channel. You can find that link somewhere if you search Modern Escapism on YouTube. We back up our podcasts onto there as well, and all kind of Twitch events will go onto there. Yes, watch me die like a very old groundhog. Yeah. Law +2. I do like more law. Oodles has got me big on the law. Right, okay. We'll go. This is a troublemaker. Just make sure. Hunter, stealth and survival. We'll go for that. Appearance. He doesn't look like him. Oh god, the facial hair's so terrible. Yeah, let's just give him that. Yeah. The hair's fucking crackers. Oh, this is so wildly overwhelming. TCGS Co has followed. We have made it. Oh, it's a shit haircut. I'm giving him that.
Hey there.
Now I am the leader of the group. Ah!
How is that benevolent?
Not a sound. I'm here. Follow me.
Let's go!
Let's go!
Nothing will slip past me.
Yes? I shall lead us.
Quick and quiet.
Yeah, let's go male cocky. And a name. What are we calling this guy? Come on. There's 74 viewers in here. One of you has got to be able to come up with a good name for this fella. Stigweird. Fuck, it does look like Jeebus. It's like if Jeebus and Stig had a baby. Let's call him Stigba. Jeebweird. Nice, Stigba. I'm sold on it. Right, okay, we'll actually get into some gameplay now. So we've got a journey to the Gilded Vale. Gibbles. Caravan Master Edema. The Caravan Master finishes addressing the group, his bushy red moustache and sagging jowls quivering as if for emphasis.
Everybody stays close to the wagons, got it?
No one's voice.
Stay out of the woods, and beasts take you if you were planning a stroll through those ruins up there.
He nods towards a looming black mass on the hillside.
Whole area's crawling with hut-dwelling types who would be happy to stick an axe in you for trespassing. So mind that you don't track mud on their sacred blazing rocks.
It looks very Baldur's Gate already. It is, yeah. It's like Richard Epcar. It does a bit, doesn't it?
Tonight, everybody stays put, and in the morning we'll get the path cleared. Gilded Vale's less than a day out. Understood?
At last, the Caravan Master turns to you, frowning as he looks you over.
Touch of the rumbling rot, could be.
Oh yeah, I've got
There's
the
a
shits.
stinging beetle round here carries it. You'll be fine once it passes your innards. Unless you don't drink water, course. Which case you'll be dead in a day.
I don't want to be dead in a day.
There's a berry grows in these parts, small and pink, called a springberry. About the size of a fingernail. Give you cramps if you eat it, but the frontiersmen make a tea from it. Calms the insides. Should get you through the night.
These are
Might
Matt
check
Mercer
around,
games,
see if you
Zoodles.
can find some. Meanwhile, I'll see if we can scare you up some water. I know you want to hunt before it gets much darker, but see about refilling
I should
our
have called
water
a major
first.
pot, shouldn't
Got a sick one here.
I? Sparfell nods and slides the warm bow over his shoulder. Where would I find these berries?
They grow on a bush that's common round here, kind of funny looking. You'll know it when you see it. Doubt you'd have to go far off the road to find one.
Yeah, what are those ruins?
Nothing you won't see on half the hills of Air Glonfoth. Money to
Glonfoth,
be
that's how you
made
say
selling
that.
their knickknacks in Defiance Bay if you don't mind getting stuck with Glonfoth and arrows now and again.
Oh,
They
right.
build them, but I'll be the effigy if they don't watch them like a mother bear.
Let me sound okay.
Of course, all the ones around here have been ransacked 10 times over. Got nothing left worth half a pawn, so I hear.
Your character's attributes, skill, class, race, and culture and sex may open up options for you in dialogue. Okay. Who did build the
Got
ruins?
different names for them. Settlers called them Ingwithans. Nobody that liked them enough to stop them becoming ruins, tell you that much.
What are those huge rocks coming out of the ground?
They don't got Audra where you come from? Well, it just grows up out of the ground like this. Goes deep like tree roots. Some of it all the way to the heart of the world, you believe the stories.
Ah, Baldur's Gate 3's out in like 10 days as well.
It's more like a shell than a proper rock. Easier to work if you're a mason. Got all kinds of strange properties. Seems to have some kind of life of its own. Dies if it gets dug up. Loses its luster. Folks think it probably grew at one point or another, but not these days.
Yeah, it's like the... I can't remember whether it's the 28th or the 30th it comes out, but it's basically the end of this month.
The soul butchers in Defiance Bay use it for different things. I've heard tell it can hold a man's soul, but I don't care to see it. Got enough to worry about without seeing something like that.
See you later, Hazello. Thank you for joining. Thank you for the follow, you wonderful, wonderful human being.
Hold on. Take someone with you. I know you're not some helpless tenderfoot, not like most of this lot. But you drop dead,
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to be
There-
looking
I
for
mean,
the body. Got a schedule to keep.
I just went through Divinity Original Sin 2 this year, and I adored every minute of it, and then basically Baldur's Gate 3 is going to be Divinity Original Sin 3, isn't it? So I am all on board for it. I am so hyped for it, it's unreal. He scans over the travelers, resting his eyes on a length of sturdy resting his eyes at length on a sturdy armor-clad woman who has spent the journey's night sleeping on uneven ground without a blanket or pillow.
Kalisha. Kalisha!
The woman looks up on her own time.
He needs to find some springberries. Watch that he doesn't drop dead.
No promises.
What kind of guide says something like that?
Kind you can afford.
Don't listen to her. You're in good hands.
Yeah, I like the dialogue.
And I pay too well, if anything. Off with you. Hayden should have supplies. See that you're equipped before you head out. We're in harsh country. Get your berries and hurry back. And if you get so much as a tickle of wind, you drop everything and you run. Something in the air tonight. If it's a Beawick, we'll shelter in the ruins. Hut dwellers be damned.
You heard the man. Let's get going before you keel over.
Right, first visit the world of Aora. You may want to watch these windows. Okay, fine. Party always consists of your character and up to 5 additional companions or adventurers, while the caravan is camped outside Glanfathan ruins. Adema has assigned Kalisha to help you. Kalisha is a fighter, a classic excel. Okay. Select on that. Okay.
Yeah?
Okay. Runs pretty well. To move selected characters, click anywhere on the screen where your cursor is a circle of 4 wedges. All selected characters are... yeah.
Anyone need supplies?
Most people
I've got
can
sundries
neutral or
for sale.
friendly. You can interact with them. Okay, so I need to speak to him.
Ready when you are. Ready when you are.
See a man wearing simple but mostly neat clothes. He is transfixed, however, by a ragged tear in the seam of his tunic.
Brought a whole wagon full of goods to sell, but not enough shirts for the road.
He scratches one cheek with his knuckles. It's covered with uneven stubble, as if he hasn't quite gotten used to shaving on the road.
Say, is there anything you need? I've got some basic traveling supplies for sale if you'd like to take a look.
Oh, I just noticed Monk's Boy's in the chat. Hi, Monkey. See what you've got. Okay, yep. I have 100 gold. What do I need? Hang on. So I have a weapon. And she has an axe and a torch. I have a weapon and a shield. Okay.
Something else you need?
Got armor, potion of minor regen. I haven't got enough of that. Okay, right. Nothing I can do with him right now. Night, Nimrod.
Not a problem.
Thank you for joining. Oh shit! No, I didn't want slow mode. All right. Arrow keys to move the camera. So a text message from my girlfriend that says, "Oops, that's probably not a good thing." Okay, right, we can't go there.
Not looking forward to trying to lift that thing tomorrow.
I like that it's voiced. Exploration is the key in Pillar of Eternity. Make your way through the eastern reach, open the area map to see what parts you need to. Okay. What's the map key? Probably that one. That's useful. What is it? Map M, of course it is. Very pretty game. I'm supposed to be looking for a certain kind of bush, aren't I? Oh, this so reminds me of Baldur's Gate. There's a tab key to highlight interactive objects in the environment.
This is recent. Not good.
Beer, we'll take the beer. Footprints around the campfire indistinct and may have been here for a day or longer. Right, okay, come around here, come around. Oh, what's this? Dry cap mushroom. Anything else interactable? No. I feel like I'm going to get a lot of use out of the tab key. Okay. have a little further look up here. Oh, what do we got here? Oh. We've got a
I'll
person.
have your water soon enough. Stream's not going anywhere.
How rude. It's a rather somber and creepy opening to a game.
Let's check by those outcrops.
Oh, fighting! Use pausable real-time system because you will often manage more than one character at a time. It's a good idea to pause the game, issue orders, and resume the game real-time to see the orders play out. Options menu also contains many choices for automatic pause when certain conditions are met, e.g. the start of combat. Yep. Not for this game, but yeah, I do use PC controllers. Right, okay.
By those outcroppings.
One of your characters has been engaged in melee. When characters are engaged, they immediately stop moving. If they move again, they will provoke a disengagement attack. Your characters also automatically engage enemies when... Alright, okay. Four primary defenses against attacks: deflection, fortitude, reflex, and will. These defenses are based on the character's attribute level, items, and other effects. Accuracy is compared to the appropriate defenses when an attack is made. If accuracy is below the targeted defense, the attack suffers a penalty to the roll and is more likely to result in a miss. Okay. They have to overcome damage reduction, right. When a party member takes damage, they will start to lose endurance and health. Their portrait will begin to fill with a red overlay. And the health bar to the left, their portrait will start. Okay. So we didn't take any damage there. Demon's Souls is a launch title. Okay. This is on consoles too. Yeah, it is. I know the Ultimate Edition of this is on Switch. Wolf eyes.
Not a problem.
Not a problem. Just like it's
This
from
is
New
it.
York. Is it? You're a pretty good hunter. Don't tell Sparfellow or he'll run his mouth clear to Gilded Vale trying to convince you how much better he is. I used to hunt, let's be Geralt. I used to hunt monsters for a living. And how is it you happen to come here? You attempted to hunt. I was too ambitious. We weren't ready. Most of the others are dead now. Okay. Not a problem, you fucking mook. It's not a slur, is it? I'm allowed to say that, right? Kalisha breathes in her surroundings. Been a long time since I've been this way, but I always did like it. Lord Raedric's offer makes a girl think. I'll give him that. You here to settle like the rest of the lot. I hadn't given it much thought because I literally don't know. No harm in that. Might as well see the place at first. So you must have some other plan in mind for coming this way. Getting into trouble, I expect. We've come to the right country. This whole place is crawling with troublemakers. A point of pride for them. Okay. Who signed in as modern escapism? Damn it, Piggy! Hey, waste of time here. A demon will give me an earful. Why are you here? Kalisha sighs unevenly. Her eyes search the ground at her feet. My sister moved out here some time back. She sent me a letter. She seemed worried, but that's how she always is. This time, though, she asked me to come out. And that's got me a little worried. Okay. A demon I've worked with before. He doesn't usually drive a route this way, but he's doing it for me. Simple needs are like open skies, far horizons. My family wanders too. We started in Direwood, but my parents ended up in the Living Lands. I've got a brother in Rauatai and another in Adia. My sister in the Gilded Vale. She's the only real homebody. What can you tell me about Direwood? Not much for history, but from what I know, it used to be part of the Adir Empire, broke off after a war some years back. Locals here are feisty, and that's how they like it. I've been out of touch, but I've been hearing weird kinds of things about it lately. People have been having trouble giving birth, I guess. A lot of them. Been going on for years now, but somehow it's getting worse. With an uneasy tremor in her voice, she adds, I'll have to ask my sister more about it. You know, I wouldn't hold my breath that Sparfell's going to get you water anytime soon. He does what he feels like when he feels like it. We should check up on him first. Slap him around a little. Stream's down that way. Okay. Well, that was a good start. We fought a thing. Right, Sparfell's gone, so I'm assuming he's probably going to be dead somewhere down here. Is Sticker slow? Burned lady. Okay, well let's see, where is this dude? He's supposed to be getting us some water. Oh, there's a pack here.
Went hunting. At least you left.
You crouch at the riverbank and dip your water skin in the cool water while Kalisha waits nearby keeping watch. As you rise, you notice her look up sharply towards the tree line. You've gained an additional quest item, full water skin. Out of the trees emerges Sparfell, one of the guides, barely discernible in the dim moonlight. He no longer carries his bow, and there's just strangers to his gait. His stride wobbly as he moves towards you with laboured breath. Kalisha runs.
Are you all right?
Sparfell's toe catches on a rock, and he collapses forward in a heap. The feathered shaft of an arrow planted between his shoulders like an enemy flag.
Ambush!
Okay. Right, what do we got here? We've got a Galfaith and Hunter. So we're two hunters. We can't turn the camera around, can we? No. Okay, the camera's set. Okay, so we've got a dude with... looks like a club and a shield. Right, okay. You, my dear, are going to go and whack this motherfucker. You, sir, are going to go and whack this motherfucker, and we'll just see who wins. Sometimes a weapon or spell isn't well suited to penetrating an enemy's damage reduction. When the attack hits, the DR will wipe out all but a small percentage of the incoming damage. You'll hear your characters complain about it when it happens. Take heed, note the damage type that's being blocked, and switch to a weapon or spell. Okay, well, I don't have that. Right, so I'm assuming this is going to teach me about that. Right, let's just knock you over. She got any abilities? Many spells
Come on, we have to get back to camp.
Right, many spells and attributes and abilities and pills returning have a limited number of uses. Okay. Right. Okay. Search the bodies. They'll always search the bodies.
Not a problem.
Come on, Kalisha. There's a fight happening! How do we get out of here? Oh, more of them. It's a hunter. What's happening here? I'm I'm assuming combat gets a bit more exciting when you actually get some abilities. Oh shit, that's a lot of shit. Right, inventory. Okay, do we need arrows for that though? Get that on. That's damage reduction 7 on you. 5, 5, 5. Right, okay.
Ready
So-
when you are.
Demon Souls is a launch game. Oh, it's going to make life trickier now, isn't it? All around you lies the massacred remains of your other travellers, peppered with arrows and knife hilts, splayed and bug-eyed and filthy. Kalisha puts the back of her left hand to her mouth as if to ward away some poisonous vapour. A handful of dark figures stand above the fallen, treading on limbs, backs and heads, jerking their axes from bodies as if to half-split logs. One of them, towering and severe with a thick beard tasseled with knots, holds a wet blade at the neck of the man you recognise as Heoden, the last of your caravan left standing. Lay down your arms, trespasser. Do not forfeit this man's life for a fight you will lose. I will use a law, and the ruin has not been sullied by our hands, men of Ear Glanfath. Your words carry no weight when I have seen the truth with my own eyes. Blood must be paid for this intrusion. I have a rank and disposition reputation. Okay. So I say again, lay down your arms. Don't trust them to mean to kill us all. Right, so we can't do perception, intellect, or resolve. You can do athletics, rush the man before he can react. Judging by this, okay, so we can do a law thing. I'll try a law thing. So judging by the string of animal teeth around your neck, I'm guessing you are worshippers of Galwain. If Galwain told you to stop protecting the ruins, would you? The man frowns and motions as if to swing his axe. Hayden winces, but the blow never comes. Instead, the man cocks his head in retreat. Of course, but he would not. It is by the command of all the gods that we accept this charge. How do you know? Because it's consistent with their beliefs, or because it's what you were told? The man glares. It has always been known to my people. I see. And what of Galwain's edict that weakness and age must be purged by youth and strength? Do you think Galwain would want some mouldy, crumbling stones to survive long after their builders have turned to dust? The man's nostrils flare as he fumes. He would not. He told us otherwise. I'm sure he did, just not you personally. But why should that stop you from killing innocents? Distracted, the man's grip falters on the axe handle and he nearly fumbles it, affording Heoden the moment he needs to dodge out of the swing, which comes too late. Howling with rage, the man charges me and said, okay, well, it looks like I've saved Heoden. Maybe. I like the music in this game. Alright, what do we got? So we've got a hunter, the leader, and the hunter. And we have 3 dudes. So he has sword, blinding strike. Can you do that on him? You switch weapon set to that. Take a shot at you. You get straight in there on the lead. Right, let's see what this does. See if this works out for us.
How can I help?
Okay, so now you started off with that. Get in on the hunter. You, mate, you need to get out of there because you're going to get damaged. Party members receive 0 endurance, they are knocked out. This means they're still out of the fight, but as long as your side is victorious, they'll okay. Right, let's focus on the leader.
Death to our enemies! Death!
Right, okay, we've got this one. Come on, hit him! There are a lot of misses here. Oh wow, it actually tells you what the rolls are. Your enemy lies supine on the ground, unable to rise. His companions are now silent among the other dead. His breath comes in wheezing, fitful gasps. He looks not at you, but at the sky above you. Forgive us. Barely audible beneath his choked sighs, a whisper of wind stirs the air. At this, the man's eyes roll back as he closes them. Good, good. The gods are just. A queer smile crosses his face. I am ready. The wind begins to swell, whipping around the camp, electric and volatile, upending pots and rattling tents like an angry spirit. You can feel it begin to seep beneath your skin, and where it pierces you, it feels as though it's rending you apart from within. Seated against a wagon wheel, amidst the howling maelstrom slashed across the chest and bell, Edema's body stirs, and with great effort he raises his sagging head, his eyes barely open. He looks directly at you.
Get inside! Run!
Get inside, bro. Interesting. Straining against the gale that threatens to pull you off your feet with every step, you set your hands in the worn folds of weathered rock and set about pulling yourself up the precipice. The last burst of energy before your arms give out, you swing yourself up onto the ledge. Heoden trails behind, slowed by injury and delayed by early hesitation. As he nears the face of the rocks, one of the fallen attackers who had been feigning death lunges for Heoden and topples him to the rocky ground. Restrained, Heoden lashes out against his fatigued assailant, but struggles to break his hold. They are close to you. Despite the wind from your position, if you were to throw your weapon at the attacker, you have a good chance of hitting your mark. Throw your weapon at the attacker. Your aim is true, and the hit jars Heoden loose. Lurching to his feet, Heoden clambers up the base of the rocks. As he nears the top, however, the wind flares, pulling him sideways, tearing one of his hands free. But diving out onto the hard rock, you manage to catch hold of it. Securing his other hand, you pull with waning strength, and it feels as though your arms will be jerked from their sockets. They hold just long enough for Heoden to set his feet and join you at the trembling ledge. There is a deep resonance to the swelling wind now. You feel it in the rocks below your feet, and inside the cavity of your own chest as though it would shake the marrow from your bones. Each new gust menaces the old stones before you, loosening connections, unsettling balances. As you dart beneath the old archway, the entire portal begins to fall beneath its own weight. Ooh. I should have went into reading audiobooks.
Was that?
A Bewick. Had to be.
Then we're lucky to be alive.
And we're the only ones.
There could be another collapse. We're not getting out that way anyway. Let's get further inside.
Oh, our first dungeon. Yeah, I didn't realize scroll up in the chat thing. Alright, come on. Oh, sorry, combat log. Yeah, it gives you the rolls. I didn't realize that. And you can't see that because my face isn't ahead of it. Hang on. Yeah. That's really good. So you can actually see the numbers behind everything. Right, okay.
Ready when you are.
A lower level of the ruins has been blocked off by fallen rubble. Anything interactable here? No, just that.
That should be far enough. But what now?
Storm has to die sometime.
What happened out there? Windstorm. Of a kind they only get in Glanfath. Not too many people live through them, so it's hard to know what's true. The Glanfathan world is Beowitch. Beowak? To them, it's the gods' way of reaping the souls of the land that couldn't find their way out. But they'll take a living soul as soon as a dead one. Still got yours. So it was the Glanfathans. I will never get this word right. I promise you, I will never get it right. It's cool that you can see the rules. Yeah, it is, Monkey. Yeah, it is. Be those hut dwellers Adema warned you about. Look to be the fangs of Galwain, who are the twitchiest of the lot. They'll go to ruin looking for fights with the colonists. Poor Adema, I think he half expected this once we lost the main road. Galfathan said we trespassed in the ruins. I don't believe that. Adema would never allow it. But as much as the fangs are hotheads, Galfathans don't attack without being provoked. Either they saw something and got the wrong idea, or there's looters in here with us. It's not something we need right now. So, what about everyone else in our caravan? The wheels got a hold of them now. Gods grant them better luck in their next lives. You don't seem too upset about this? Maybe you just don't know me enough to know what upset looks like. And maybe I've seen worse too. Seen worse and kept on walking because there's nothing else to be done. And because there's other people you care about who still need you. Let's get going. Right, okay, so let's adventure through a dungeon. Okay.
Ready when you are.
Right, we need to get some healing going. Let's just knock you down a bit. Oh. A trembling, sickly creature emerges from the dark, clutching a spear. Knobby elbows and thin ribs show through its scaly flesh, but you recognize it as a... How the fuck do I say that word? Zaurip? It watches you cautiously, breathing in ragged sighs. Raise your arms and stand still. It's okay, it won't hurt you. I'll tear you to pieces, lizard. Slowly back away. I'll raise my arms and stand still. The creature cocks its head and approaches you, a soft clicking sound emanating from the back of its throat. The creature sniffs around you, finds nothing of interest, it steps back and resumes its defensive posture. It's okay, I won't hurt you. The Zorit recoils, fingers still wrapped tightly around its spear. The creature cocks its head and approaches you, a soft clicking sound emanating from the back of its throat. It clearly wants to be deaded. Would you like me to kill it, Stig? It's got a little spear. Hang on. Well, my choices are slowly back away or tear it to pieces. Okay. Well, let's just explore elsewhere. We can always come back and murder it later. I say, do a quick save in this game. Eastern Reach is a dangerous place full of lurking enemies and carefully concealed secrets. Enable scouting mode to move stealthily in search for objects. Okay, what's scouting mode? Be nice if it told you how to do these things. Scouting, left alt or right alt. Okay.
They'll never know I'm here.
Those tiles look suspicious. Let's be careful.
Am I assuming that I'm going to get hurt if I stand on one of them?
Ready when you are.
Murder Hubu activate. Did that even hurt me?
Nothing will slip past me.
That hurt me. I mean, is this just like a trial and error thing? What have I triggered? Did I just trigger a fight by standing on a trap? I mean, this is really silly. Carries out the bog is flashing red, sign they might soon be maimed or killed. Rest it in or use camping supplies to fully restore health. Okay.
Worth a look.
Oh, for fuck's sake, he can detect traps. Okay, but
Ready when you are.
let's pull him out. So if he can detect traps, can he walk on them? Oh, for fuck's sake. Look, instead of just gradually murdering this guy, I could have just used this guy to fucking disarm them all. Oh my god. Well, let's just make this whole thing fun. You're always going to have this character with you as well, isn't he? Because this is how you start the game. I am such a fucking dunce. Oh, I think I found my clip for Twitter.
Just say the word.
We have any camping supplies? No.
Yeah?
I'm going to save scum. I don't care. 1043, yeah. I will quite happily save scum from there. But I will make that the clip that goes on Twitter when the VOD goes out.
Not a problem.
Not a problem.
Those tiles look suspicious.
How can I help? They'll never know I'm here.
Right, so he has to be in murder hobo mode to do that.
Found something.
So let's just make it nice and safe for the rest of us. Worst thing is, I'm pretty sure I saw this in a video
Found
recently.
something.
Fairly sure Many a True Nerd did a video on this, and he literally did this very same thing. Oh, I'm a fucking idiot. So, PS5, yeah.
Yeah?
Okay.
Stay quiet.
Is there anything there? Do I need explosives for that?
Fresh air in here. I think we found an exit. Sounds like the storm paths, too.
Okay, well, I haven't finished exploring in here. There is shit I haven't looked at yet. Yeah, crossbow, leather armor, a relief gem, a torch. Tattered gem. I'll take all of that.
Wait. Do you hear that?
Alright. Switch. Oh shit, I lost my sword because I threw it, didn't I?
Wait. Do you hear that?
Skulder Whelp.
Just say the word.
Inventory. As good as we got. Give him. Oh no, he's got. He's how many? Oh, dagger. Sorry. Right.
What you need?
Ready when you are.
Spicy Mocha has followed. Thank you very much, Spicy Mocha.
That looks weak. Could be a shortcut.
A crack runs through this wall from the floor to the ceiling. A light gust of air passes through it. Push on the wall. Despite the damage, stone looks heavy and solid. Push on it yourself. Crack begins to spread. Finally feel the ancient masonry give way. The wall crashes down and reveals a circular room ahead. Quick save.
I could scout ahead. See what's around the corner.
Ready when you are.
Okay, it feels like we're at the edge of the map. Skulder ears. Okay.
How can I help?
Yeah, let's scout you ahead. You seem to be able to do the stealthy thing better than the rest of them. This does look... Is this the edge of the map? Actually, I do like how the maps are presented.
Just say the word.
How can I help?
Okay.
Ready when you are.
Got these lads. Alright, see you later, Stiggy. Cheers for joining. They saw a mustache getting Divinity vibes here. See you later too, Biggie. Good sleep, lads.
How can I help?
Send you on a sneaky. Okay, we have a spider. Oh! Oh, that's a big spider. I don't like spiders. I really don't like spiders. So that would be a boss monster. So let's just quick save you here.
Ready when you are.
Stay quiet.
You're mine.
Oh, he was very close to losing his health there. We got a spider leg. Well, that seems the way out. Both central HUD and combat log can be minimized. Okay. Oh, there's doings are transparent. 4 figures stand before an otherworldly apparatus, an ancient structure of chiseled ardra and metallic veins, ominous and looming like a silent observer. Standing motionless in their midst is what appears to be a human body, colourless as stone or as ash. The other figures gaze upon it what might be contemplation. From your vantage point, you are well obscured from their view. The figure closest to the machine stands out among them. A thick grey beard frames a face otherwise hidden beneath a metallic mask. His faded robes are embroidered with a runic language unlike anything you've ever seen, and he wears a strange black headdress with 2 protrusions that are just jut out like the wings of some malevolent creature.
Oathbinder, bear witness, and see this man has kept his word true to his last breath. full to his blood's last drop. Guide his soul, queen that was, and regard it among your favored. Let his life by the key be his confession. Let his death by the key be his absolution. May he walk the world ever free of the crushing weight of the book. Your brother has done his part, and you have seen the power of his contribution. I will accept no further hesitation from the rest of you. In the sight of the queen that was, will you fulfill the oath? Will you take your place beside your brother in the endless esteem of her memory that is without flaw? Step forth, and be assured of the great worth of your life's course.
Oh, someone's gonna die here. I like cannon. Feeding on souls. Wow. Oh, that's bright after sitting in a dark room for 2 hours. For an instant, the apparatus goes quiet and the air is still. Then all at once it erupts with a concussive surge. Light floods your vision and you are knocked to the ground. Your head snaps back as you land. The pain wells into the back of your skull, washing your last thoughts away into the black, unconscious void. You open your eyes to a different place, another time. You stand in a circular room, grand and domed, its walls lined with ardra and trimmed with copper. The style is ancient, but the chamber is unweathered. At the far end, a great pillar of ardra pierces the floor from below. Its shimmering texture gives the illusion of boundless depth. Encircling the pillar is an apparatus much like the one you have just seen, but immense and multifaceted and intertwined. Your thoughts are yours and not yours, and they seem to exist before you think them. And they are all questions. Pressing questions. Troubling questions. Questions that must be answered. Or. At the base of the pillar now you see a man with a thick grey beard and a ceremonial robe, crowned with a strange ornamental headdress. You know this man. You are walking towards him now at pace that is hurried while trying not to appear so. You have something you want to ask him. One question above all. And the question spins madly in your mind. Oh, we're dead. You awaken to find your malaise has broken, only to be replaced with something far more concerning. Faint whispers are audible at the edge of your hearing, like a ringing in your ears that does not subside. Movement flits through your periphery, but when you turn to look, you can see no sign of whatever it was. You find your gaze regularly darting this way and that, an involuntary paranoid tic. If this is sickness, it may be dangerous to go without treatment for long. The figures at the machine stand frozen in place, flesh and blood replaced by cinders and ash. The man who led them is nowhere to be seen. Heoden and Kalisha lie bloody on uneven cobbles, their bodies twisted unnaturally in death. You are alone and far from help. Gilded Veil may be your best hope of receiving treatment before things get worse. Characters with enough experience to advance a level. Click the icon in their portrait. Awesome. So we can do stealth, athletics, law, mechanics, or survival. I think mechanics is going to be an important thing for us to level up. One in survival. And one in law. Right, so we get a new talent. Utility, fast run, sight of flame, heart of the storm. Have we got it's a healing one I would like. Allows a healing of modest amount of health on user, one per rest. Per rest ability can only be used for a set number of times before running out of uses. For example, an ability is 3 uses per rest may only be used 3 times. Oh shit. Okay. Boosts hardness, increasing the rate of his or her constant recovery. That's endurance. Bonus knockdown. No. Oh shit. Yeah, we'll just take bonus knockdown. You want to review their statistics, open the character sheet to see their attributes. Attributes, plus 18 damage, health. So we've got major fatigue, 20%, minus 20% accuracy, minus 25% endurance. So we need to rest somewhere. Take all that. Take all that.
Think we picked up a few too many spoils.
Am I over encumbered? Inventory. How do we see about like weight? No, no idea. Oh, that's a thing that I don't like. Oh, literally top of the map. That's top of the map. Vessel flesh. Massive structures formed of stone, argent, copper, and coloured with strange glyphs. The air around it vibrates with an unusual energy. So I need to get to Gilded Vale, and I'm in Killant Lease. Takes 6 hours to complete your journey to Killant Lease to Valewood. Accept. Okay. So we're on a journey.
You know, I fight better after a nap.
I mean, I literally don't have a way to get you to sleep. I don't think I have any camping equipment. So maybe not. Okay. Right, okay, what? So how do we camp? Camp. Rest. Ooh. There's a lot of information to take, and the game's not that good at telling me what I need to know. Right, okay. Oh, is that a ghost? The body over there.
Yeah?
Okay, nope, nothing there. Increase my perception, can I see further? Yes, go into a cave by yourself. That always works out well, doesn't it? That's a bear. Fuck it, let's fight a bear. think I'm going to lose this one. Yep. Okay, that was a bad idea. First death! Let's leave the bear alone. Let's leave the bear alone. Let's leave? I'm not talking like a little lisp. A better weapon, I think, is the main issue. Okay, we can fight a young wolf. Oh, just kill the fucker. Okay. Shattered pieces of crates are strewn across the dirt with a few muddy vegetables. Scroll of Tanglefoot, camping supplies. Sweet. Nonton. His accent sounds like me lifting something heavy. Hey, Pip. This man appears to be hurriedly dismantling his camp in quick, jerky movements. He looks up as you approach, his expression tense and drawn. Greetings, he says, a little breathless. On your way south, is it? He wipes a brow, turn to face you. The sooner you're clear of these woods, the better, I think. So, our caravan was attacked. I've been trying to get to Gilded Vale. Hard luck, and I'm sorry to hear it. You should be fine from here. There's no missing the Vale if you keep to the road, and you haven't that far to walk. But you'll want to keep clear of this place after that. We were just attacked north of here. Me and a friend of mine. We came out here to hunt some deer. Came up on a bear instead. Great, monstrous thing. And Pearly, he didn't make it. I don't know what I'll tell his wife. In any case, this forest already cost me a friend. I'm heading home before it takes anything else. Who are you? The name's Nunton. Born and raised in Gilded Vale. Haven't had a spot of luck since. His face twists. Luckier than Pearly, I suppose. In any case, this forest already cost me a friend. Yeah, okay. Thank you for reading the notes. Yeah, I always... Whenever it's a very text-based game, I do tend to read all the notes out. So what happened to your friend? We didn't see it coming. Nonton's voice shakes a little as he speaks. We were following a stag. Pearly, he saw something in the brambles, and we went tearing off after it. But all we stumbled into was the cave. Poor Pearly didn't stand a chance. The bear was on top of him before we knew what was happening. I know, I met the bear. Beasts will take what they will, I suppose. He smiles sadly. This time, Galwin's favour fell upon the bear. Where did you find this bear? In a cave a ways up that way. He turns and points to the northwest. I wouldn't seek it out if I were you. It was a great brute of a beast. Would hate to hear that it took another life. Farewell. Yeah, it's taken my life once already. Alright, okay, well we'll carry on down towards Gilded Vale. 8 hours. I'm enjoying this game, actually. Alright, okay. I will do some reading up on kind of like builds and how to get the best out of your character and that kind of thing. Has chat been busy or am I the only one in it? The chat has been remarkably busy because at one point we had 107 viewers in here. We got raided by TCGS and the chat went ballistic for about 20 minutes. But no, it's been a pretty good one actually. Right, we have to do something. Oh shit, that's a hanging tree.
You must be one of the new settlers. Welcome to Gilded Vale. You'll be pleased to know that we've had some recent vacancies here.
He glances at the gnarled, leafless monstrosity of a tree next to him. Do you welcome everyone this way? The only answer you hear is the buzzing of the flies from the tree.
Of course, we'll need to make some inquiries first. The inestimable Lord Radric VII has taken great pains to insulate our town
As you
from
do.
Widewind's legacy. Have you ever sired a Hollowborn child?
What are you talking about?
An infant born without a soul, of course. Lord Radric has made it his first priority to eliminate this scourge from our village.
Oh, is this the elites finding a scapegoat for something they don't want to deal with?
I should warn you, stranger. Here in Gilded Vale, we have a special place for dissidents, charlatans, and those who would hide a curse in our midst.
He steps to the side and inclines his head ever so slightly towards the deformed tree.
His lordship's wife is with child and due any day now. Without his approval, I shan't be able to find you a permanent settlement. It will have to wait until after the birth. We can continue our interview then, after the bell tolls from Radric's hold to signal my lord's new heir. In the meantime, you can find temporary accommodations at the inn just southwest of here.
Oh, he's probably hiding something. I've been feeling strange ever since I had a close call with a Biowak. Is there anyone in town who could help?
Whatever your problem, it sounds like a matter for an animancer. However, the only animancer in Gilded Vale isn't in any condition to speak.
Probably, yeah.
Consider yourself fortunate. After she failed Lord Radric, we saw to it that she wouldn't profit from the misplaced trust of others. A bad cure is often worse than none at all. But if you're set on finding a bottle of troll piss or a dead Audra pebble to rub on your forehead, you're welcome to check her pockets. A little corpse stink is nothing when you're digging for shit. My advice, however, is to be satisfied that you escaped and leave it at that.
You said something about a Hollowborn and Widewind's legacy. He blinks. I forget that you foreigners do not have this curse in your homelands. The whole Hollowborn has been a scourge upon the Direwood for almost 15 years now. Children born without souls. Pitiful dumb things that breathe barely, but do not truly live. Some say the Hollowborn are a disease. Some say they are a punishment from the gods. In truth, no one knows, but they began spreading after the Saints' War, and so the nickname Widewind's legacy stuck in honor of that foul, blasphemous pretender. His voice shakes with vitriol. Lord Radric's decrees may seem strict at times, but he has our best interests at heart. Before I got here, I saw several people conducting a strange ceremony near some ruins. He regards you carefully. You'll want to mind where you mention that. Trespassing on Engwithan rules is illegal, not to mention dangerous. You probably saw someone attempting some new ritual to appease the gods. People will try anything these days. Berath have mercy. We certainly have. I don't think so. Just as they finished, there was a Biowak. He polishes his spectacles on his sleeve. If you'd been that close to a Biowak, you wouldn't be standing here. Oh,
Keep out of...
This guy's a dick. Dun dun dun!
Listen!
2 tolls. Let that be the last.
3. Gods have mercy.
It seems your arrival is ill-timed.
Oh?
3 bells toll only for the death of a Radric. I fear Lord Radric's heir is lost, or else Hollowborn, and so lost all the same. You should tread carefully. Circumstances have changed a great deal.
What do you mean? You've come to us in a time of mourning. The legacy has struck at the heart of the Gilded Vale. Our efforts to redeem ourselves in the eyes of Berath must be redoubled. What happened? I will know more details when the messengers arrive. The vagaries of childbirth, perhaps, but this is not your concern. Does this affect the Lord's offer to new settlers? I can be sure of nothing right now. I advise you to get some rest. The inn, or a stable for all I care. Find me afterwards. I will know more soon enough. Okay. Road south, Temple of Aethys, Blackhammer Smithery, road east, Windmill, House, Blackhound Inn. Okay, well, I think what we'll do is we'll rest at the Wind and then we'll call it there. Because we've been going for about 2.5 hours now. Granted, we've only been playing the game for about an hour, but we had the excitement of the talks over. And my, it was excited. So yes, we shall find a place to sleep. And then we shall rest up. Oh, they got a dog. The hound stares intently to the covered window, head cocked as if waiting to hear a particular sound. It looks up when you approach and whines a low note, tail wagging slightly. You gotta pet the dog. You always pet the dog when you're given the opportunity. The dog's tail thumps happily against the floorboard. Oh, who's a good dog? Who's a good dog? As you near, you feel a vibrant history contain the essence of this man's soul. Voices from the past seem to call out to you. Reach out for the soul. Oh, that's a lot of text. Right. Here we go. You see an emaciated boy in chains, black holes for eyes, staring sightlessly at the wall. A man in a dark coat walks in, a scroll and an oddly shaped quill in his hand. The boy glances at him expressionless, a corpse waiting for animation. The man clucks at him, disapproval clear in his tone. The boy stands, limbs hanging. The man takes the quill and begins to write on the boy's chest, copying sharp, angular symbols from the scroll. The child doesn't flinch as the quill digs into his skin, drawing blood as it goes. The wizard finishes with a flourish and barks some arcane command, setting the symbols to grow dully. The boy cries out, knees hitting the stone hard, his chest burning black and red. Finally the glow disappears, leaving only the hard black scars etched into his skin. He slumps sideways, twitching, eyes facing the back of his skull. The wizard grunts, kicking him on the leg on his way out. The boy lies on the floor until dawn, eyes black like holes, the twitches growing into convulsive shakes. That were a fun one to read. Okay, what's this guy's soul? Oh fuck, this is even more. You see a man soar through the air, hitting a nearby wall with a nauseating crunch. He doesn't get up. His attacker, a burly, clean-cut warrior with a carnivorous grin, turns and shoves his fist into the stomach of another assailant, removing another from the impromptu brawl. The bar is a whirlwind of elbows, knees, fists, and feet, with no end in sight, and he is in his element. In the corner, 3 smaller men speak quietly, throwing malicious glances to the larger man in the centre. He breaks a chair over a tattooed head, cackling. The trio position themselves in 3 parts of the room, and with terse nod they charge. Unfortunately for them, the man sees them coming. Something in his eyes burns brightly, and all 3 slump to the ground in agony. That's all in their minds. The burly man bows to a room of unconscious and incapacitated, before sauntering out, off-key whistle trailing behind him. And what's Sealer's soul? You see a long empty road cutting through 2 large crop fields. The air is silent and the land seems too still for early afternoon. This woman walks slowly on the road, leading a horse, curiously looking around. She seems to sense something wrong, but is unable to discern what it is. She stops, sniffing at the air, her nose high. Her brow crinkles and she casts about, looking for something. The air is clear. No clouds. She sniffs again, still looking around, confusion clouding her face, mouthing a single word. Fire. She looks out across the fields, her confusion turning to fear. She holds her hand up to block the sun from her eyes and scans the fields again. Not finding what she was looking for, she jumps onto a horse's back, the fear quickly becoming panic. She kicks, sending the horse shooting down the path, which bends around some trees to where the farmhouse should be. She pulls up short, horror now in residence on her face as she stares at the burned and charred mess that used to be her family's home. Tears well in her eyes as she kicks again, racing back to the rubble. Some dark shit going on in this bar. Drywood, colonial history, lockpicks. Always ready for a lockpick. Let's gonna fucking loot our way through here. In guest. Please leave me be. I'm full to sickness with what I've seen of this place and its people. Oh, okay, so there's some shit going down here. Thank God. Good wages for new hands. Okay, right, some flavor text. Okay. Oh God, these paragraphs are getting longer. So this is Strom Brightblade. You see a group of young men standing around a makeshift practice target. This man stands in the middle of them, explaining the construction and use of a bow. He holds it up, pointing out each part as he speaks about it and what it does. He then walks away from the target, telling them to remain where they are, and takes his place about 200 feet away. He carefully lines up his shot, explaining what he is doing as he does, and lets the arrow fly. It hits the target dead center, much to the surprise and delight of the boys near it. He smiles, walking towards the boys, talking about proper stance and how to effectively hold a bow. A noise comes from the tree line near their practice venue, and he stops, scanning the woods, blue eyes squinting against the sun. A shadow moves, making its way through the forest behind them. He draws an arrow and lines up the shot, carefully tracking the motion of a hidden creature. Loosing the arrow, he wastes no time and quickly grabs another. The boys spin, watching the arrows fly into the forest, immediately lost among the trees. There is sudden, explosive movement in the undergrowth as a deer erupts from the tree line, running across to the edge of the clearing. The boys laugh, turning to joke with the man about his lousy shot. They stop talking, seeing him holding the bow and leading the deer with a knocked arrow. They drop to the ground as he looses his last arrow, which flies true and strikes the deer right behind its shoulder, piercing its heart and lungs and dropping it dead almost immediately. The boys stare at the deer for a few seconds, and slowly turn to look at the man, newfound respect in their eyes. He smiles again, and breathes a quiet sigh of relief. Okay, that one wasn't as bad. Let's just rent us a room.
Good day to you.
Please sit where you would like. Would you like a drink or a room? We have 2 available at the moment. I'm afraid we can't offer much in the way of a good meal today, unless you found a cold porridge. I'd like a room, please. Inns allow characters to rest without using camping supplies. Cheap rooms are usually available, but if you have copper to spend, you may consider the more expensive options. Okay, we'll rest up here. That seems reasonable. Your sleep is restless and fevered, assaulted by hisses and whispers, blanketed with a suffocating anxiety. You open your eyes to awaken and find yourself in front of Gilded Vale's gallows tree, the creaking of its ropes growing louder in your mind until the sound is deafening. Hanging from the tree is an old dwarf woman whose face is shriveled inward like a mouldering fruit. Her head hangs limply to one side. As you look at her, she looms larger and larger in your mind until she is mere inches from your face. Suddenly her head snaps up and the eyes open up. And they are empty, and behind them is a vast nothingness that makes your stomach drop. Her mouth slowly parts, and with a gust of rancid air she speaks a word. Watcha! You jolt awake, the foul smell of the dwarf woman's breath still permeating your nostrils. Sweat runs down your face in thick droplets, and your skin is soaked from head to toe. You remember the woman. You remember seeing her decaying face when you spoke with the magistrate. He called her an animancer. Though it fills you with a new, queasy apprehension, you feel a strange compulsion to see this woman once more, if only to confirm she is truly dead. Okay, this seems like a pretty good place to leave it off. So, we're going to save the game. Right, okay. So, yes, this has been entirely wonderfully pleasant. For my first stream for Modern Escapism, this seems pretty good. I really enjoyed this. This was a lot of fun. And I'm glad that I could do the talks over and we could start Pillars of Eternity. It's been a game I've been wanting to play for quite a while. So, yeah. Thank you all for joining me and for watching. And for all the follows. We had something like 100, well, not maybe 100 followers. We had a fucking lot of follows tonight. That was an ungodly amount of activity. But thank you everyone who came in, who followed, who joined. Please do check out Modern Escapism. We're on every podcasting tool that you can get. Just search for us, Modern Escapism. Look for the dude over there. That way. There. Look for him. It's Major Pod and you'll find him. Yeah. And follow us on there. Leave us 5-star reviews on Spotify. Not Spotify. What am I talking about? Leave us 5-star reviews on Apple Podcasts. And remember, it's 5 stars or no stars. We only accept 5-star reviews. If you think we are a 1-star pod, please rate us 5 stars and then shout at us. You can shout at us at Modern Escapism on Twitter. And you can also email us at modernescapismpod@gmail.com. The next episode is out tomorrow, which is called Nostalgia Nuggets, and we are talking about growing up in the late 80s, early 90s, and all the wonderful random nostalgic stuff we got. I also have a massive rant about the Justice League film, and apparently, I found it quite funny listening back to it, and the other guys found it funny at the time. So it's worth checking out. Like, we're doing good shit for you. On Friday night, if you follow us, Biggie is playing... no, not Friday night. He's moved it to this week. It's Saturday night. Biggie is playing Dark Souls. He had a cracking stream last week, and Saturday night he's picking up again. He's at Undead Berg. He's died about 11 times so far. It's pretty funny, but he's enjoying the game. And I will be back with more Pillars of Eternity next Wednesday, and we'll do like a full 2.5 hour stream of it rather than doing a talks over. And probably also when it comes out, I might do a stream of my first time with Baldur's Gate 3. Because let's face it, when that game comes out, I'm buying that on day one. So yeah, there is plenty coming. There's plenty of good shit. Thank you so much for watching. And I am going to end the stream here. Good night.